EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 5-9. Check, 48, the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 48.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. He's going deep, and this is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
48.
To throw is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone's got 4.
From the 24, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game, they try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Oh, Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
I love your pops. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
95-56, 95-56. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here we go, here we go. Motion, motion, motion.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Kill, kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
You draw Corker.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Echo. Hey, easy. Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 81 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
53.
Stop here, D. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. I got one.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
6-man.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s. So
and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Stay on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got him. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Danny.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Jackson now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now he's flushed out left. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Steps away to his left, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
It's 2nd down and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Cameron Jordan. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Here we go, here we go. 48, 48. Check, check, check.
Here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Breeze on third down. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Breeze to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally put it into the return.